This is Urdizzle coming back now that we've got a few new courses and revisiting an old video I made where I played through every course back to back to back to back. And so I decided to do that again now that we've got 12 courses, some challenging additions at the end. So this video is part one, the first two courses, and the discs I'm going to use start with my mid-range is my Accurate Windbreak Fuse, which is my go-to forehand and my putter, and the Accurate Windbreak Compass, which is a pretty solid overstable disc. Then the main bag, the Accurate Windbreak River, which is straight as an arrow after that initial turn. The Accurate Windbreak Explorer, which I don't use quite as much as the River, but it still serves its purpose. The Accurate Windbreak Musket. You'll notice I love my Accurate Windbreak. They're just very consistent. And then the Accurate Glide Musket, which is kind of the bridge from the fairways to the drivers. And speaking of the drivers, we got the Wind Glide combo, the recoil, and the ballista. They're just so consistent. I love the windbreak attribute. It just limits the wind effect and much better for consistency. And then the two new ones, recent additions, the Ballista Pros, the Light Glide Ballista Pro and the Glide Skip Ballista Pro, which is just a bomber. So this is video number one. We'll be playing Sunshine and Blueberry. And again, these are all back-to-back. I'm not trying to grind. I'm not trying to score any records here. I'm just playing them straight through first time, and it is what it is. So hole one, let's be honest, if I was really grinding, I would have made sure to ace that one. So I left myself 63, which is just inside putting range. Yeah, 64, 65 is right on the top end of that putting range. So anything outside of that I would throw in. So ideally I'd like to, on Sunshine here with the 5 holes, is to get one of the aces and then make sure to get the eagle. I just missed that one. I've been kind of up and down on that hole. I've been going from river. Sometimes I'll throw the Accurate Windbreak Musket. I'm not really set on any disc yet, so still experimenting. Hole 3, this one is just backhand fuse all day long. Doesn't really matter what the wind is. I'm usually giving that one a pretty good ride, and just missed that one. I actually thought I had that one midair, so almost got that one. So a little disappointed I didn't get one of the first 3. Again, ideally you'd like to get 2 eagles out of this, if not 3. So 2 aces and the eagle on hole 5, which is not good. Now this hole I've been switching things up a little bit. I've been throwing the Explorer and it worked perfectly. I'd been throwing river and fuse, and nothing has been as consistent as since I switched to the Explorer literally like 4 days ago. Since I just got that orange one, thanks to David, making that a reward for the new Kaho backwards. And then this hole 5 has actually been giving me a little problems lately, and that went way too far. And so now I've got the tree to deal with here. So I went to the left, but I wasn't sure it would clear it. And so what I did is I actually moved back into the tree to make sure that I collided with the leaves. And then I'm going to blast it through, and it didn't collide with anything. So I got very fortunate, got my 2 eagles, but that very easily could have slid right into the water. All right, so we're just going to roll right into Blueberry. No hesitation. So hole 1, this is usually an Accurate Glide Musket unless there's a tailwind, and I'm going to try to cut this one tight, and I cut it just a little too tight, so the branch clipped it. With a left to right wind though, you kind of have to do that and bring the tree into play if you're gonna try to ace that one. If there's a strong tailwind, I'll switch to the Accurate Windbreak Musket, and that is usually enough. Hole 2, this is another one. I'll go Accurate Windbreak, but if you really want to ace it, you got to go Accurate Glide Musket. And again, mid-air, I thought I had that one, but unfortunately just barely missed wide left. No metal, but pretty close. So 55 feet, obviously that's putting range. No issues there. So Blueberry, this is just one. You want to get the par 4 eagle and then maybe an ace on one of the other ones. Now this one, the wind to 3 is really tough on this one, but I've been having pretty good luck throwing the Light Glide Ballista Pro. That one just got a little too flippy and it left me a little too far back. But I've been having pretty good luck using that disc. So I am going to try to make this. I love throwing the forehand. This is, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love the forehand fuse. And so I actually feel pretty good about this shot. That one I just left a little high. But, I mean, even when I miss, I'm usually hitting metal on that. Even from, I'd say out to about 160, maybe 170, I'm pretty confident in that. So a little disappointed I didn't get the eagle there, but we're going to hopefully get an ace or two moving forward. So this one I've also been switching things up a little bit, throwing the forehand. I just missed that one too, hitting metal. So I'm all over these. Throwing the forehand accurate glide musket. The river just doesn't quite get there. The backhand accurate windbreak musket's just a little too much. So, and this one I had surprising good luck recently. I aim way left and I throw the accurate windbreak river, and that is looking really good. Man, I am all over these right now. So that's 3 holes of the last 4, the last par 3s that I've come really close to acing or hitting metal. And then this one, I mean, this is one I at least want to hit metal on it every time. So I usually aim middle arrow right about at that tree, and that was a poor, I don't know what other way to say it, that was just a crappy shot. Didn't even give it a look. 61 feet, still in putting range. I think the worst is when you don't give it a run, and then you leave yourself like 66, 68, 70 feet where you actually have to throw it in, and then anything can happen. All right, hole 7, tricky one with wind, but I am going to go accurate glide musket again. That's a pretty good shot. Get in there, get in there. Oh, just stuck. So that's kind of ideal there. You want to get one of the hole-in-ones, and I already wasted the par 4, so we're not going to get that. Now this one, I don't really have a good ace run on this one. I used to throw the glide skip ballista, and you could give yourself a pretty good run. That one I threw the accurate glide musket, but the glide skip ballista pro is just a little too much disc. So to be honest, I haven't played the new updates as much as I used to, so I haven't really worked out a good ace line for that one. But eventually I'll figure out something for that. But for right now, I just kind of laid that one up. And then hole 9, we're going to throw the Explorer, just kind of throw it up there. And this is probably the hardest par 3 ace on the course. I mean, I don't want to say it's total luck, but you kind of have to crash it down there and hope it slams in at a high angle. And that'll do it for the first 2 rounds. Sunshine and Blueberry. So pretty solid start. Nothing record-breaking, but 7 under on Sunshine, 10 under on Blueberry. So obviously off my record pace, but still pretty good start with 10 courses to go. And again, no grinding for records. And you'll notice that I play a little more conservatively because all it takes is 1 hole to just blow everything up, and then your 12 rounds are just wasted. So I'll be a little more conservative with some of the holes and ways I approach them. But coming up next again, Oak Hill and Lakeside, and I'll see you in video 2.